most significant milestones during its 75
Yeah,
years?
well, the most significant milestones that I remember obviously was the first one because we had depended on one customer, the government, and then one customer, Seagram's. So when those were done, we had no customers for our product. We only had a very efficient plant that could produce alcohol for less than most other companies could, but we didn't have any business. That was a very significant milestone, and that's when Joe Kerrigan and I went all over the country to develop customers, some of which we still have, as a matter of fact. The second significant milestone was obviously the development of wheat gluten, which was really a major part of our profit. We could break even at the alcohol plant, but the profitability was coming from our wheat gluten business, and at one time we were the largest in the world. That was a very significant event in the history. And also significant was the time when the Europeans took over that business. That was a very difficult and very definite event in our history. Uh, Obviously, there was we got some help from the government. The government realized that we were having a problem because they had a lower priced ability to buy wheat and so forth than we did. And so they did give us a very significant amount of money, $25 million to be exact, to develop new business. That helped us a lot, but it was certainly a significant event in our history. And that's when we developed our ingredient business and added it to basically our alcohol business. The last significant event that I can think of, obviously, was this recent proxy fight. And without question, that was the most important recent event in the history of the company. Because here again, for the first time, we had transferred our management of the company away from someone who was part of my family. And there were two individuals, chairman of the board and the CEO, who were very intelligent people, but they really wanted to take charge of the company. In fact, if we'd let them go until the end of the year, I think we would have lost our company. So that was a very significant event also. And with the help of my daughter Karen, we successfully fought that proxy fight and got rid of those individuals and replaced them now with some very excellent people that believe the way we do. Those are the events I remember.
Mr. Cray, you've had roles as president, board member, board chairman. Except for those milestones that you spoke about a while ago, what other memorable or meaningful experiences have you had?
Well, I think really the contacts with the rest of the industry has been a very important part of my history. I've met a lot of people in the industry and I've enjoyed it. Obviously, I've enjoyed very much my life in Atchison. And to me, that's the most significant part of my life, is that it revolved around Atchison and helping Atchison and helping the company when it needed. Those are the things that were, in my opinion, the most important part.
For years, your company had a motto, people, pride, and progress. That sounds so much like you. How did that motto help create the culture at the company?
Well, there's no doubt about it. I love people. Therefore, a lot of the organization of our company was revolved around people and respect for people. So that's the reason why we had people in that in that motto. Pride, of course, was the development of pride in the company, which I think was very, very important. And progress, we felt the only way to succeed was to progress. So that's the reason why those three words were very, very definitely a part of our culture.
Except for this very difficult recent proxy battle, what are some of the other most significant events that you've had during this long history with the company?
Well, like I've already mentioned a couple of them. Obviously, the beginning of the company and the development of business and the development of gluten. They were among the most significant events. You know, when you go back and think about a company, there's all kinds of things that have happened, of course. But those are the most significant ones that I remember.
How do you explain the resilience of the company over all these years?
Well, I think that's part of the. I think that's part of the business of entrepreneurship. I think we developed a very close, significant relationship with all of our major executives, and I think we had as I explained maybe last week, I think we developed the attitude that no matter what happens, we can solve it. That came very definitely from my background in the engineering business and all the way back to my time in college. I just think we had a unique feeling that no matter what the problem, we'll solve it. And I think that's why we could be as resilient as we were.
From your perspective, what sets MGP apart from other companies that are similar in the business, whether they're larger, whether they're smaller? What sets you apart?
Well, that's part of it. I think our relationship with people. We had a very significant feeling in our company that whatever we said was the truth. That we could. There's just nothing that we couldn't do, and people eventually realized that that's the kind of people we were. We didn't have to have written contracts. Shake of a hand was enough for people to realize that that's the way we operated. And I think that has been a very significant part of our total history. And again, it gets back to that relationship with people, whether they be members of the company or whether they be customers. And I think we've developed a very unique relationship there that when we were in trouble, our customers came to our aid, never gave up on us, and stayed right with us through the whole time.